should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 I got too many plays. I won't even play. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Calling officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. This is White on the screen. There'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. This defense for the Saints, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game up to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They run for the first time here with Rashad White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, they come into this this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Mayfield off the play fake. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A second-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, boy, they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They'll get only 2 there. It's second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal at the Buccaneers 7-yard
To throw now, Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Shuck, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm calling it play. The play defense.
And the Saints kick team booms it away.
What the hell is that shit? Don't be like that.
Not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Yeah.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try to go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally too quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
This is caught inside the 15.
Yeah, baby. I was scared. I hated it. I couldn't wait a little bit more. I was scared.
51 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Irving. And he's into the end zone.
It's like moonlight.
Bucky Irving, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Come on, stay with me.
Extra point by
You gotta go to the office?
up and good. And we are tied at
What you tired for, bro?
So only even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here.
You will never understand how that pain feels.
And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season. But he's got a man complete. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
These two teams all tied after one.
Oh my goodness.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. As they with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Shuck. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamison Williams with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Irvin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
A gain of 30. And the Buccaneer 1st down.
A run up the middle with Irving. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield on play action. Over the middle to Evans. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, Not much yardage afterwards.
Mayfield down.
I think I'm watching my fucking stream. It's not fucking way.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Yeah. So that nigga knew what the fuck I was trying to do. Hey, stop. I'm streaming.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter.
Nah, baby, I just stream.
Mayfield and the troops staying out and going for it on fourth. They'll look to throw here. Man, and he hits him in stride. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work at the whole hard and finish in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
19 tight, 18, 60 Mavericks. Let's go now. 19, 18.
Here's Shuck. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Got to be greedy, man. Chill. Chill out.
Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Shuck now to throw. Open man is Tipton. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 54 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I don't care what's going on. I can't even goddamn stop this thing.
And the lead is now 21-14.
I know what I'm going to try to do now.
Unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield. That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
To throw once more on second and 10. Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive, 3rd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Pass, Evan. Come on, Evan. Beat Deke. Beat Deke, Evan. Evan, come on, nigga. That's what I like to see. Beat Deke.
I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play.
Hey.
Second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is 3rd and quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Mayfield looks to throw. The quick slant caught.
Beat Deke, Evan. He better me out. You keep that shit. I don't even know if it's touchdown for real. You just keep this shit, nigga.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 21.
Hey, man, if we don't get a stop, if I get a stop, it's over. If I don't get a stop, of course, it's over for me. But I think I got an idea. I think I have an idea. We're gonna put it, you know what I'm saying, to the test. Better tackle. Motherfucking fast now. Look at the idea that I was telling you. Okay, right here.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Let's see what he got.
Touchdown incomplete. Good coverage there, forced him free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
He's fast. He's fast, man.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameson Williams. His second touchdown of the game.
It's me, though. It's me.
And the Saints have moved out in front.
Switching the play, but I saw something in.
Extra point splits the uprights.
Yeah, man, I'm good. Time when the bell stop. I'm good.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very
yo!
putting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills.
See that nigga come?
Because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for
That was crazy, though.
specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who
I ain't never seen nobody caught it like that.
step up and assert its will over the other.
Play fake. Mayfield.
That was crazy, though.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up. And
This nigga keep calling that shit, man.
on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Where you find all that place at?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
Oh, where you find all that shit? I'm coming, bro.
They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
He down? God damn.
The Saints say they have it, and they do.
My goodness. Here we go, the game right there. Nigga trying to go down.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense. Punt it away, let your defense take over.
God damn, this motherfucker is killing me in that fucking slap. Oh, young hood, bro.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Now Shuck. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels.
Hey, goddamn defense, bro.
The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Shuck looking to throw once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble.
Bro, you know what's going to happen here? If I get a start, I'm going for 2.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Saints going to call the
If I get a stop, I'm going for 2, bro. I can't stop this nigga, bro. I got a better chance scoring. See if he can make that shit from there.
The biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
You start to score fast.
Partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
Oh! You got it?
Completes the pass to Evans on the comeback.
I ain't even mean to pop the ball to this nigga.
With a 3rd and 2 coming up, they got 8 yards there.
He scored.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
I got time for this bullshit, man. We gotta go get him, man.
Able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a second.
Switching the plays. I've never seen that shit before.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do.
Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Yeah.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
Okay.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face.
What you say about Evans? Mike Evans should have been one. Yeah, he was cooking. Yeah, he definitely was cooking, man.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a
GG's, bro.